Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this little morning routine. Get ready with me. We're gonna do a little Q&A today. Today is a snow day and I was in the mood to film, in the mood to chat with you guys, and I thought we would just film a little sit down, get ready with me, chatty, fun video. I haven't done one of these in a very long time. I know I'm looking so glam right now. I literally have a pimple patch on my face. You probably can't see it, but it was necessary this morning. I am going to take off this pimple patch right now, but I wanted to talk about my new favorite beauty product, and it's by Hero Cosmetics, and this is the Heroes Cosmetic Mighty Patch. I put them on any blemish. Anytime that I even see a blemish coming on, I put it on, and it seriously helps so much. It's actually crazy, and you can like visibly see it sucking all the stuff out of your face whenever you have a pimple or a zit. And honestly, in the winter time, my chest and my back really suffer because I have really dry skin in the winter, so I've been using their big Mighty Patches on some of the like acne spots that come up on my chest or on my back. We all suffer from acne and zits and stuff like that, so why not just talk about it and be honest about it? And so this is something that I found that really helps me. Mighty Patch is the best way to extract whiteheads. Over 90% of consumers say that the patch removes pus and gunk from the pimple overnight. It's a lot smarter than zit cream and way better than popping because it naturally extracts pimples without hurting your skin, and it works on all skin types and age groups. As you can see here, the magic moment whenever you reveal the patch, and guys, it seriously shows the gunk that comes off onto the patch. It's medical grade, safe for pregnant or nursing moms, vegan and cruelty free. It's also 100% safe, FDA approved, and there's no harsh chemicals or anything that they use that's going to irritate your skin. I've been using the Mighty Patch by Hero Cosmetic for about a year now. I love it. Like I said, I use it all the freaking time, and honestly, it just works better than any other product I've ever tried before. But I gotta say, the Lightning Wand by Hero Cosmetics is definitely my favorite and kind of a new go-to of mine. It's a dark spot brightening serum, and honestly, I've struggled with acne in the past where it had left some scarring, and I have been using their Lightning Wand to help kind of diminish the scarring that was left over from the acne that I had previously. This pen will help fade your dark spots in days, not weeks. The Lightning Wand is a serum pen that uses vitamin C, tranexamic acid, and niacinamide to gently brighten your scars. It's gentle enough to be used twice a day. I usually use it morning and night, and it's gentle enough to be used on even the most sensitive skin and easy to take on the go. I personally have been using it for a few months now, and it's become a staple in my routine and has helped diminish my scars so much. I will show you guys a picture of what my scars looked like before and how bad of acne. It was all hormonal acne that I would always get right in this area, and I knew it was going to leave me with some scarring because it was always so bad. And so using this Lightning Wand on it has really helped diminish the scarring. As you can see, it's almost invisible now. I still notice it in certain spots, but definitely like looking at it today makes me really happy because I know it's really hard to see now and it's almost completely gone. So thank you to Hero Cosmetics for sponsoring this video. So definitely click the link down in the description box below to get 15% off of your next order of $35 or more, and enter this code at checkout. You won't find this offer anywhere else, not even on Amazon, so if you would like to get that discount, definitely click the link in my description box. I just took a shower. My hair is wet, but I just have it pulled back right now. I'm going to style it with you guys in just a little bit, but I thought let's do a little Q&A and I can show you guys my everyday makeup routine. I got a bunch of comments on my last video asking for a makeup tutorial, and you guys say you really love makeup tutorials, and that makes me so happy because when I started on YouTube, that was all I watched, was like get ready with me's, makeup tutorials, hair tutorials, styling videos. Like that was my jam, especially back in the good old days when YouTube wasn't like as popular as it is now. So I love doing these get ready with me videos. I know they're not the most popular on my channel and they get like the least amount of views, but I'll never stop making them because I just love sitting down with you guys and talking and chatting and just hanging out. So wearing the cutest little pajama set today, just super comfy cozy. It's snowing outside right now, just all the good vibes in here. And Kyle's out of town right now, so it's just me and Nala girl this weekend. So we're just having a little girls weekend. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I asked you guys to ask me some fun questions on Instagram, so I'm gonna go check. Okay, it looks like you guys sent in a lot of really good ones, so I'm gonna go ahead and just dive in, answer some questions while I do my makeup. I'm gonna kind of explain what products I'm using and answer questions at the same time. So first product that I'm going in with, this is the Tula primer. This is their filter primer, luminizing and moisturizing, and I feel like it really does like help luminize your face, especially whenever I use their SPF moisturizer along with it. It just makes your skin so glowy. Okay, first question, starting off strong. I swear I get this every single time. How many kids do you want and when do you want kids? First, I'm going in with the Born This Way concealer. This is their multi-use sculpting concealer. It's super thick, so I just use it as a foundation. If I go out on the weekends, I'll use this over foundation, but I don't need like a thick foundation and concealer just to go to school. So I've just been using this lately to give me a little bit of coverage and cover the redness. So let's talk babies, let's talk kids, all of that. So I'm going to go in with a foundation brush. This is a Morphe foundation brush. I do really want kids. You guys all seem very interested in this because it's like my most asked question whenever I do these Q&As, at least. But I do really want kids. It's like my dream in life to be a mom. I think it's like probably my biggest dream, and it has been my entire life. I've always wanted to be a mom, and honestly some days I think I was like put on this earth to be a mom, and I think that's why I love teaching so much, because it brings out the maternal side of me, and I just love taking care of people, and I just know being a mom is whenever I'm going to just like thrive. I know that's whenever I'm going to feel the most like I'm living in my purpose, living my best life. And yes, I do picture myself having a couple babies one day. I'm only 25 years old. I know people have babies at this age all the time, but for me, I don't see myself settling down and having kids for at least a couple more years, maybe 3 or 4. Honestly, I don't know. I am just rolling with the punches nowadays. I truly do not plan anything. If I were to get pregnant tomorrow, I would have a baby, you know? Like, I would just roll with the punches. But in an ideal world, I would love to get married and have kids in like 2 to 3 years. I already have my baby names picked out, at least I'm pretty sure. I do have a list of baby names, which I have had ongoing for years and years. That's why it's like a super, super long list. But I will share that with you guys if you guys are interested. If you follow me on Instagram, DM me, and I'll send you my baby name list because it's pretty extensive. But Kyle and I have talked a lot about baby names, and we think we know a boy name and a girl name. Of course, things could change. I'm pretty set on the boy name. If you know me, you know my favorite boy name, and I'm not gonna say it because I don't want any comments about it. I don't want someone to ruin it for me. I don't want anyone else to take it. It's not like a super unique name or anything, but you guys will definitely find that out once I have kids. Okay, I don't have a mirror, so I'm doing all this in the viewfinder, so sorry if you think that's annoying that I keep looking at myself, but it is what it is. I hope this is all blended in. Do you have any parent interaction horror stories? This one's funny. No, I don't really have any horror stories per se. I have had some like kind of awkward encounters with parents, I guess. Real quick, next I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal Infallible. This is my favorite step, I would say, in my makeup routine. It is a foundation in a powder, so for me it gives me a little bit of extra coverage, but it is a powder, so it kind of acts like a setting powder for me. And then I just use another, this is kind of like a flat top kabuki brush, which I find like sets this the best. This is like the palest shade they have, and it's almost too dark on me. That's when you know you're really pale, so I cannot wait to get in the sun soon. Parent horror stories. No, I don't have any like parent horror stories. I did have a parent tell me that she watched all my YouTube videos. That was very uncomfortable. I obviously, like, I know it's out there. It's like out for the entire world to see. I can't stop anyone from watching them. Some of my kids have watched my YouTube videos. Some of my kids have told me that their parents watch them as well. I know my admin watches them, and I kind of just think it is what it is. This is what I love to do, and I'm not gonna stop doing it for anybody's opinion on it. They didn't have anything negative to say, but it was kind of awkward when she brought that up. Obviously, just going in with this, and I just like press it into my skin to get my skin all nice and set, and always bring it down your neck. Lots of questions about Kyle. When is Kyle proposing? Are you guys getting married? Would you propose to Kyle? Interesting. No, I personally would never propose to any man because, call me old-fashioned, but I just think men are supposed to do the proposing. I think that's, I don't know, old-fashioned of me, I guess. I guess women can propose, why not? You know, equality in that. But personally, I want to be proposed to by a man. I just think that's like a special moment, and he's like confessing his love and he wants to marry you. Like, there's just like no better moment than that. So I would never take that away from myself by having to do the proposing. Also, I would not want to do the planning and all of that. It would like stress me out, and I don't think he would say yes if I proposed. He would not even take it seriously. So no, I'll never propose, but maybe in a couple years he'll propose, who knows. Going in with my bronzer, this is Bare Minerals bronzer. I don't love this bronzer. I'm the type where if I buy makeup, I use it just because I spent money on it and I don't want it to go to waste. But this is definitely not my favorite bronzer. It's a little dark, so it comes across a little muddy on my face. It might look better on me whenever I have a tan in the summertime. But for now, I'm using it. I always put some on my nose because I think it's important to like bring that warmth and dimension to the center of your face. But I just go around in like a little C shape and get all the spots. Do you have a top choice for where you want to move this year? So if you have not watched my announcement video of, not really an announcement video, but just like my video where I explain what all is going on this year, I'll have it linked right here. Kyle and I are moving this year because Kyle is in his 4th year of medical school currently. He graduates from medical school in May, and so we are moving for Kyle's residency, which starts in June. We find out, guys, in just 3 weeks. By the time you're watching this video, it might be closer to 2 weeks, which is just so crazy. Mid-March we find out where he gets matched at, and it's just been the craziest process, and we've been looking forward to this month for years now, literally. And so he's interviewed all over the country, but we're down to 9 different potential matches, and his top 3, we're thinking he'll get one of those. You never know, but that's what we're thinking. And his top 3 are Michigan, St. Louis, and Omaha, Nebraska. But he also interviewed in like Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, so we could end up anywhere. I hope this is blended in nicely. Don't judge me if it's looking a little muddy right now. Just give me a second to blend. I also always go in with a little brush to like blend it out after. But my top choice, honestly, currently is St. Louis. We already live in Missouri currently, but we live in Columbia. I would love to move back to St. Louis, where I'm from. That's also where Kyle is from, and our family and all of our friends are there. And yes, there's a part of me that wants to travel and like see the world and live in a different state. So if that happens, great, I'll be excited about it. But I'm such a big homebody that I would love personally to just move back home. But we've never lived in St. Louis. Like, we would be living downtown St. Louis, which I've never lived. My brother lives there, and I obviously like grew up in that area, but I've never lived there. So it would still be like a new adventure for us and a new place to explore for us, which would be really exciting. But I personally would love to move back home, but I will honestly be happy no matter where we go. Chapstick is a huge must. This is the Mario Badescu lip balm. This stuff is so freaking good, so creamy and thick. Just got a text that we are having a late start tomorrow, so, because I think it's supposed to snow more tonight, but they didn't want to call off school again, so we're having a late start. Woo, that'll be nice. So I think we start at 9 instead of 7. Sweet. Anyway, moving on. I got a question that said, should you live somewhere you don't want to if there's a good job opportunity? I mean, here preaching to the choir right now. I mean, the past couple of years when we've been talking about this move, it's basically been like, do we kind of prefer the location or do we prefer the program? You know, what is more important? And it's really hard because obviously Kyle wants to go to his like dream residency program, but your dream program or dream school or dream job is not always in the best location or your top pick for a location. So trust me, I get it. Like I said, I'd love to live in St. Louis, but I also want Kyle to go where he's happiest. And me personally, I know I can get a job anywhere as a teacher, and so I'm not too worried about that. I know there's a long process of becoming a teacher in other states, but it's not impossible. And also doing social media, I can do this literally anywhere. I feel so blessed. So no matter where we move, I know I'll still have social media. So I'm not really worried about myself. Wherever we move, I'll make it work. But of course I want him to be happy. And so for you, I would just say that it really just comes down to like following your gut. If the job will make you happy enough to like overlook your circumstance of where you're living, then great. But if you're gonna be unhappy, I don't necessarily think it would be worth it. Next, I'm going in with some blush. I'm going in with the NARS Orgasm blush. It's just the best. It's got like a really nice sheen to it, but it's not sparkly or anything. It's just really, really pretty. I've been using my Morphe blush brush for this, and I pretty much start at the apples of my cheeks and I just like work my way up. And I also put some on my nose. I just watched your day in a life where you talk all about your grading, and I was wondering, how as a teacher do you grade behavior? So I don't know how all schools do this, but at my school we have something called Success Ready, and that's basically where we grade students' behaviors. So we give them on a scale of 0 to 4. We grade their interactions with peers, interactions with adults, and their work ethic in the classroom. And that is something that we actually can send home in Friday folders every single week or every other week. And we can also do it on our grade report. So whenever they get their report cards during parent-teacher conferences, there's a section that says Success Ready, and that's where I go over with them how their students doing in class, behavior wise, not only academically. As you can see, that blush just like, it's so pretty. I feel like it's just like a universal pink. It would look good on any skin color. Should you start buying things for your classroom whenever you are still in college? Yeah, I did. So I can't say I recommend buying as much stuff as I did, because I spent entirely too much money and ended up throwing away a lot, or just not using a lot, or giving away. Oh, I gave away so much stuff. I'm so mad. I just didn't even have a place for it. I didn't have a use for it, or my classroom already came with things that I bought. So just, you know, hold off on like the really big things like furniture and stuff like that. Of course, you can start stocking up on books, things that you can like never really have too much of, supplies you can never have too much of, stuff like that. But any like decor, I mean, as long if it's little stuff, but I mean, I wouldn't go out buying like big furniture because you really never know what the school already has for you. But hot tip, if you are buying anything for your classroom, I got so much stuff either for free or really, really cheap off of Facebook Marketplace. Bring you guys in a little bit closer. But I got so much stuff off of Facebook Marketplace. Like I said, honestly, I would just say to people, I would say, I'm a teacher, I'm looking for furniture for my classroom, would you be willing to donate? 9 out of 10 times people are so nice and they just want things to get things off of their hands, so they'll say yes, come pick it up whenever you want, and they're like so willing to donate. Other times they'll say no, not donating, but we'll sell to you for a little bit cheaper, and I rarely have people be like rude about it. I think I had like one person be like, no, not gonna happen, or something. Like, oh, okay, well, doesn't hurt to ask. So yeah, definitely Facebook Marketplace to start stocking up. Don't buy like brand new furniture because it will get destroyed. All my pillows I got from the dollar spot because they are all destroyed after half of a year. I think most pillows make it at least half a year before starting to get holes in them and stuff, but they will not last you all year in pristine condition. So don't go out buying like a $30 pillow. There's just no point. Like the bench that I have in my classroom, this was something that Kyle and I were walking and we saw it. It was a dark brown bench originally. It was out by a dumpster, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly the type of reading bench I've been looking for. So we grabbed it and put it in Kyle's car and took it home and sanded it down, painted it white, and it turned out so cute. So maybe go dumpster diving. I'm just saying, you can find a lot of furniture that people are just like throwing away. The type of people that find my Instagram and think it's funny to ask questions like this, I just don't understand. When and what made you decide to become a teacher? By the way, just going in and brushing up my eyebrows. Some days I put gel in them, but most days I just brush them up and kind of give them like that little fluffy look. So I've talked about this in so many videos, honestly, but basically I never planned on becoming a teacher whenever I was younger. It was actually something I thought about and I was like, nope, not gonna happen. Just because I personally was like, I have been in school my whole life. I can't imagine still working in a school for the rest of my life. Going in with some mascara. This is the Benefit They're Real mascara. All-time favorite, hands down, but I'm down to like barely anything, so I just put a little bit on, and then I go in with the Voluminous Lash Paradise over it. When you double up on mascara, guys, it really lengthens your lashes. So yeah, I did not plan on being a teacher, but I really had like a sit down talk with myself in college after I had changed my major a couple times. I was a business management major specializing in human resources. So fun, I know. But I just kind of realized after taking a bunch of classes, business classes, that it was not something I enjoyed at all. In fact, I dreaded taking the classes that I was taking, and honestly, everyone around me was so excited to do some sort of job or internship in the business world, and I did not want to at all. Like, I dreaded it. And so I was like, you know what, something's got to change. This is not going to be my future. I'm not going to go into something that I hate. So I just kind of had to sit down, talk with myself, and I was like, Madison, what is something that you would enjoy doing? Don't think about the money, the hours, don't think about that stuff. Think about something that you would actually enjoy waking up and going to every day. And some reason, I closed my eyes and I pictured myself in a classroom teaching, and that had never happened to me before. It wasn't even something that I thought was like in the back of my head. Heat just turned on. Sorry if you hear that. I can't control it. But I personally had never thought of being a teacher before, and it kind of just like hit me all at once, and I randomly was just like, wait, that is exactly what I'm meant to do. I had like an epiphany, if you will. It's so hard to do mascara while talking. Let me finish this up. I know I got some right here. I'll get it off, don't worry. So yeah, I just had like an epiphany one night, so crazy. And honestly, after that, the next day I went and saw an education advisor, a counselor, and she helped me like switch over all my classes. It was like an ordeal because you do have to take an education like entrance exam, the MOGIA, at least that's what we took here in Missouri, and I had to pass that, which I did. I passed on the first try, but it was still kind of like stressful having to take that. Actually, if I'm feeling it, I'll just go with like a little bit of bronzer in my eyelids just to like add some dimension. So I had to pass that test, which was a little stressful, but I passed it. And then I went through 2 more years of schooling. That's why I actually graduated a year after when I should have. So I was in college for over 5 years, unlike, you know, the normal 4 that you're supposed to do. But you know, everyone's on their own path, so it was fine. And yeah, I ended up loving it. Like my first semester of education classes, I was like, oh my gosh, is this what it's supposed to feel like when you're in college? Like, you're actually supposed to like what you do and like enjoy it. This is amazing. And so I like enjoyed going to my classes. I actually look forward to going to my classes every single day, and I loved my professors. Oh my gosh, I made so many friends in the education field that are still some of my best friends to this day. I really got along with the professors. I went to Missouri State, which is in Springfield, Missouri. If you're not familiar, they have an amazing education program. Fun fact, they used to be a teacher college, so they used to like only specialize in teaching and education, which really sold me. And so I started off basically my first semester, they put you in the classroom, and that's what I love about them. Every single semester, actually, they have you in the classroom at some point, whether you're there for once a week, twice a week, and you build your way up. And you start off with just like observing is what they call it, where you literally just sit there and just like watch the teacher, and then you kind of build your way up to like taking over, doing a read aloud, and then writing a lesson plan, and then you eventually go into student teaching. But I felt like Missouri State gave me so much experience in the classroom, which is what you need. Otherwise, you are not gonna understand understand what it's like to be in a classroom environment. You just gotta go and experience it. And that's when they say like 50% of girls will drop out of the education major once they experience the classroom setting, because they just realize it's not for them, which is fine. And it's good that you realize it that early on, so you don't go like 2 years without it and then get thrown into student teaching and realize like, whoa, I do not like this environment. So we had a bunch of girls drop out, and I say girls because let's be real, the education field is a lot of women. There were a few boys that would be in my classes, but I felt like I was in like an all-girls school for the last 2 years of college, because in the business world, a lot of men. Like when I started off, I was surrounded by like 80% men in all of my college courses, and then when I switched to education, it was the complete opposite, like 80% or more women. And so that's why I say girls. But you know, a lot of people dropped out the first semester because they realized it wasn't for them, and I was really nervous about that. But honestly, I realized right away, like, oh, this is for me. Like, I really, really enjoy this. That made me really happy, and I just went with it. I knew, you know, the downsides of teaching. I knew I wasn't going to come out making like bomb money or anything, but I was prepared for that, and it brought me so much joy for so many years. It still brings me so much joy, and some days I cannot believe I'm like living this life, because when you're in the education field, you know that it's like your dream. You just like have such a dream to have your own classroom after observing teachers in classrooms for so many years. And so I've just had a dream to have my own classroom for so many years now, and now that I'm like actually living it, some days I'm like, when I'm having a bad day or stressed out, or like I'm just kind of like dreading to go to work, you know, we all have those days, I just take a deep breath and like take a step back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've dreamed of this for years, and like I'm literally living in my dream. And that really helps me like ground myself and realize like this is, you know, this was all worth it. And I love my job, and I love teaching so much. And yes, there's really, really hard days, and there's days where I don't want to be there and I don't want to be a teacher anymore, but you know, no job is perfect, and every job comes with its ups and downs, and that's why it's important to remember that. But yeah, that's my little story of how I became a teacher. I've gone more in depth in like past videos if you ever want to go watch those. Okay, I just used a little spoolie brush to get that mascara off, and once it's dry, like it comes off so easily. Okay, this is my little easy everyday makeup look, just fresh and kind of natural, I would say, with a little bit of coverage, but nothing like too crazy. No crazy eyeshadow or anything. I don't do bottom mascara because I hate when it like runs underneath. But yeah, it just looks like really fresh and natural. Now I need to deal with the hair. So usually what I do is I go in with a blow dry brush, which I'll go get. I go in with this blow dry brush. This is not the Revlon one that a lot of people have. I got this one off of Amazon. I'll have it linked down below if you guys are interested. But as you guys see, I have really wavy hair underneath. I just brushed it out, so it's a little poofy, but I have really wavy hair underneath, kind of like straight slash wavy on top. If I let it air dry, it's just kind of crazy. Like it just gets really poofy and afro-like. I do get a Brazilian blowout once or twice a year, which really helps like tame my hair. It helps it just like lay a little better and flatter, which, you know, whenever you have like thick, crazy hair, it can be a lot to deal with. So it also really cuts down my styling time. Like it used to take me over an hour, you guys, to blow dry my hair. Like I'd have to do it in tiny sections. Now I can do it in like 3 sections, and it only takes me about 15 minutes, which is really nice. And I also get it thinned, because if I don't, my hair is just like out of control, crazy thick. So this is the main that I deal with. I only wash my hair once or twice a week. This is my second time washing it this week, but I just felt like it needed a good wash. So it always feels so good to have like freshly washed hair, and I'm gonna go in and blow dry. that blow dry brush. It's a round brush, as you saw, so it gives you like a really nice like blown out look. I do put waves in my hair sometimes. I've honestly just been kind of lazy lately because when I'm done blow drying it, I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'm done. My arms are tired. I don't want to go back in for another half hour putting curls in. But if I'm ever trying to like look real fancy, I'll go back in the same layers that I just did and put in some curls. Usually if I sleep on them in the morning, they're really nice and bouncy. But I've been kind of enjoying just like the straight blown out look lately. So this is the hair and the makeup. Since we found out that we do have school tomorrow, I thought I would go ahead and kind of continue this little morning routine into tomorrow. So next time you see me will be tomorrow morning before school. Good morning, you guys. Happy Friday. I just got ready for the day and I want to continue on this morning routine since I can actually take you guys to school with me now. But it actually snowed a lot more last night. I'm really surprised we have school today because it's still currently snowing and the roads look really bad, and our principal texted us that the roads are pretty bad. So I'm very surprised that we have school, but I'm just gonna try to drive as safe and slow as I can. I'm actually gonna try to leave pretty early because I want to stop at Starbucks. But I thought I'd show you my little outfit of the day. I did the exact same makeup look that I did yesterday. Sleeping on my hair tames it a lot, so it's not as like big. It kind of just like settles it down a lot better. Shacket season, you already know what we're in, the cutest shackets. This I got from a boutique. I'll list the boutique here if I can find it. Just wearing a black tank top underneath and these cute corduroy pants. Let me lower you down so you can see them. Okay, these pants are so cute. They're like corduroy beige, and then wearing just my chunky platform Converse as usual. Just kind of simple but cute outfit. All right, so my plan is to go downstairs, take Nala out, pack my lunch real quick, and that's pretty much all I have to do. So I'm just going to do all that. It's currently 8:30. I have to be at school and ready by 9:10, so hopefully that gives me enough time to go to Starbucks. This is the fit, and I'll see you guys when I get in my car. It is so cold. Hi, can I get a venti iced vanilla latte? It is so cold. I'm gonna try the vanilla latte today because I want to see if I like it compared to the vanilla bean coconut milk latte. Like, I don't know if it'll taste that much different, but I have a feeling the coconut milk is the only thing that I'm not super big on that drink. I don't mind it that much. I actually really like the taste of the drink, but I think coconut milk is pretty watery actually. So I want to try just like a regular vanilla latte, but let's see how many calories are in a Starbucks vanilla latte. Okay, so it says there's 250 calories, whereas the coconut milk latte only has 150. If you're wondering what I'm talking about in my last video, I found out that the iced white mocha latte that I was drinking from Starbucks was 700 calories, you guys. So now it has me all like freaked out of what I'm drinking because that's insane, the amount of calories. So I looked up low calorie drinks and I found this really good one, and if you haven't seen my last video, I'll tell you what it is. It's the iced blonde vanilla bean coconut milk latte, and it tastes really good, but I will say that coconut milk waters it down quite a bit. Hi!
How are you today?
Pretty good, how are you?
Good.
Thank you so much.
Have a spectacular
You
day.
too. So sometimes I just have regular milk. I love just like regular creamy milk. So I'm gonna see if I like this anymore. And 250 calories is kind of a lot, but it's not horrible. It's really good. It's very similar to the vanilla bean coconut milk latte. I'm not really sure. One of you guys told me before what blonde means. I don't remember. You Starbucks baristas out there, what does it mean when it says blonde? I think one of you guys said that it has extra caffeine in it. And it's blonde? Is that right? I don't remember. But lately I've just been into like plain old vanilla lattes. I go through phases. In the fall time, I like pumpkin spice lattes, and around Christmas time, because it's still winter, but around Christmas time I like the chestnut praline lattes. And I used to drink the white chocolate mocha lattes all year round, but recently found out those are literally 700 calories, which is a meal. So that's crazy, and packed full of sugar and syrup. So I'm just trying to find a Starbucks drink that isn't, you know, a meal replacement. And yeah, that's just where I'm at right now. So I just am getting the plain old vanilla latte, which I just feel like you can't go wrong. It's so good. It's sweet and creamy, and I got full caffeine today because although I did get to sleep in 2 hours early today, guys, I'm still pretty tired. All right, I'm gonna focus on the road. I'll see you guys at school. So we are a Title I school, and we do have free breakfast and lunch for our kids, but some reason they said on late starts they don't do breakfast, they just do Nutri-Grain bars. So I just went around and passed out Nutri-Grain bars to every table, so the kids could have that to eat. I would be really surprised if I had a full class today though. I doubt I'll have 17 kids, which is already small, but I have a feeling I'll have like half my class today because parents aren't going to want to be driving, because the roads are actually really, really bad, and our entire parking lot is ice. So I almost ate it walking in. I know these kids are gonna come running in and eat it. I cannot believe we only have 3 days left of February, and then it's March. This week has kind of got all messed up since we didn't have school on Thursday, but this is kind of how I've been planning lately. I just didn't write anything in because I had my copies already laid out for it. But if you're interested in seeing how I do kind of like most of my lesson planning, I have a video that I will link right here for you guys to watch where I go like full in detail about it. Okay guys, I'm about to start my day, and the kiddos will be here in like 1 minute. So I'm gonna end off this vlog here. I'm gonna continue on a vlog for today, so if you're interested in seeing like how our school day goes, definitely click that subscribe button so you don't miss my future videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little morning routine, get ready with me. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.